Call it the Reefer Madness defense. In other words, the weed made me do it. But make no mistake, this is about a murder, a tragic and bloody murder. It started as a domestic violence call to 911. The dispatcher calls the police cruiser.
332 Adam, report of a domestic violence in progress. RP versus her husband who's been smoking marijuana.
RP means reporting person, and in this case, it's 44-year-old Christine Kirk. In fact, her husband Richard hadn't smoked anything that night. But he had reportedly eaten half a piece of marijuana-infused candy he bought at a local pot store. You see, this took place in Colorado, so it was totally legal. Christine called for help after she said her husband began hallucinating and acting paranoid. According to a Denver police detective, Richard crawled through a bedroom window and cut his legs on glass. Then, according to the 911 call, which hasn't been released, his erratic behavior took an even darker turn. He removed a gun from a locked safe. With Christine still on the phone, he begged her to shoot him. Christine pleaded with him to put the gun away, but it was of no use. 12 minutes into the 911 call, Richard Kirk shot and killed his wife. The Kirks' 3 boys, 7, 11, and 13, were in the house listening to it all, shaking in fear in their bedrooms.
As grandparents, the hardest thing for us is to not be able to give them the one thing that they want most. That's their mother back.
Their mother dead, their father awaiting trial for her brutal murder. The boys are now with Christine's family. Our Denver affiliate KDVR spoke exclusively to Christine's parents and sister.
They're missing their mom. They're missing their home, the home life that they had with her. Everything that they were accustomed to is now different.
As grandparents, it was our job to spoil them. And now suddenly, we also have to discipline them.
One of them said early on is, will I still have a happy life? And we want to do our best to give them the best chance possible to still have a happy life and a successful life.
Richard Kirk is charged with 1 count of first-degree murder after deliberation. He pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, claiming the marijuana edible, Karma Candy Orange Ginger, caused his delirium and psychotic-like symptoms. Defense attorneys suggest Kirk was so impaired by the candy, he may not have intended to kill his wife. And Christine's family has filed a lawsuit claiming both the seller and the manufacturer of the edible failed to put warning labels, instructions, or recommendations on the pot candy Kirk ate. But the prosecution's not buying Kirk's defense. As far as they're concerned, all this focus on pot may just be a sorry excuse for a cold-blooded murder. The Denver detective investigating the case reported the Kirks had growing marital and financial problems, and Christine was covered by a $340,000 life insurance policy. So what really caused Richard Kirk to kill his wife? Was it drugs or just plain greed?
We want to continue Chris's legacy. She already started such a great foundation in them, and they're such great kids already. We want to continue that.
Now, Richard Kirk will be back in court in July with his "The Marijuana Made Me Do It" defence, and we'll bring you the very latest from the courtroom right here at Crime Watch Daily. And coming up after the break, our panel of experts discuss this case. Do they think that his temporary insanity plea will work? And their thoughts on his very unique defence. That's coming up.